Yeah, the goats didn't mow that lawn. You know, the goats would actually just walk around and spot pick everywhere, eat here, eat there. So you still need your little zero turn, guys. And unfortunately, mine's messed up. Luckily, I have a very good friend of mine. Really do appreciate that he let me borrow his zero turn so I can actually mow my lawn and have it looking good. I really do appreciate you guys being here today. So I hope you do subscribe, because I'm going to be making a series of videos where we're going to be working, and I'm going to be giving out some advice of things that I've learned so far about creating a farm. So today we're going to be putting my tractor back together. We're going to take it to the shop. Sorry about that, my zero turn. We're going to put my zero turn back together. Luckily my tractor has not messed up, and hopefully it doesn't, right? Yes, it is a John Deere. I'm not saying I'm not a John Deere fan. I have a Branson tractor. John Deere, to me personally, I just think it's a little bit overpriced, because there are some other machines out there that have the same capabilities as John Deere, and John Deere just built up so much fame behind that name that, I mean, now their prices are pretty high. So that's the only reason why I don't buy too much John Deere. But this, what is it? 335E worked really great. It worked really great. If you're in the market for a zero turn and you have a John Deere dealer close by, I do recommend this 335. It is a residential use mower. The reason I'm saying that is because I did, and I know you're gonna get to see this, so my good buddy of mine that let me borrow it, I did end up messing the belt on it. Alright, it's fixed now. It works perfectly fine now. It's just that while I was out there mowing, sure enough, I happened to pick up a little bit of a carpet, and when I picked up a little bit of a carpet, the belt it broke. It completely broke. So it's good though. It's good that it broke. That way nothing else actually damages. Just at an instant it broke. Bad thing about it is that this only has one single belt that drives the actual whole machine, and it drives the blades itself. So when that breaks, you have to replace one entire belt, which was actually $50. One belt was $50. All right, so to me that was kind of high. On my Club Cadet, you have two belts. The main belt that drives the whole machine, that one's about $20, and then you have the belt that drives the blades, which is another $20. So if you break the one on the blades, you're only replacing one belt, which is $20, and not one big old belt, which was $50. So little things to look out for like that. But overall, I really do like the performance of it. I do recommend it if you have a dealer close by. If you have a Club Cadet dealer close by, honestly, it might have been just that I ran my zero turn a little too rough, but my zero turn just hasn't really held up as I would have hoped. But that's what I'm taking to the shop. Hopefully do a whole new rebuild of everything, and when I get it back, it's a whole new machine, and then I can actually give you a better review of whether I recommend that Club Cadet or not. Alright, so let's get started on putting this sucker back together, because it has been tore apart for a few weeks now that I haven't got around to it. You know how it goes out here on the farm, too much going on at times, so project's gonna get pushed back. And then my kids, of course, came outside and decided that it'd be fun to pick up bolts that I had laying there so I could fix. Sure enough, I'm not sure we're gonna have all the bolts today, but we'll find out here shortly. So let's begin with the advice. Everyone needs a compressor, whether you have a backyard farm a 100-acre farm, or even just a no farm at all and you're just a homeowner, I highly recommend a compressor, because I don't know how many times this compressor has come in handy for different reasons. So they always go flat. This tire, the other tire, so just my luck. That's why we all need a compressor. Now you don't need nothing expensive. The pancake compressor, that's what they're actually called. The pancake compressor I actually have, they range anywhere from $100 to $200 depending on the brand, of course. And I know even Harbor Freight has one for like $50. They do go up a little higher if you buy the rest of the attachment, like a trim gun, a nail gun, things like that. But if you're only going to be using it for the basics, like right now, fill up a tire, blow off your mower or your tractor or any kind of equipment that you may have that you need to clean off, I mean, $50 from Harbor Freight, you can't beat that, guys. So we need a pancake compressor for sure. Alright, on to the second tool that I advise everyone to get. A grease gun. These are also inexpensive. You could probably get one of these for about $20-$30. But they are a must-have if you have a tractor, if you have a lawnmower, various equipment out on the farm, even as small as 5 acres that I only have. I still need a grease gun. So definitely get you a grease one. That way you can actually maintain your equipment. This mower right here, I can't return it to my friend without greasing it, without filling up the tank. I mean, it's just something that we do, guys. We take care of people's equipment when they let us borrow it. So I think it's a level of standard that we have, that we want to make sure that we return the equipment in the best condition possible. So I cleaned it off a little bit. Now I'm going to grease it, and I'm going to fill up the fuel tank, and then this one will be ready to go. But then we got to fix ours, so that way we can take it into the shop while we go drop this one off. All right. Now let's get to the good part. Yeah. Now, what kind of advice can I give you when you're starting up a farm, right? Say hi to the vlog, mijo.
Hi.
Little Santiago here to help us out putting this tractor back together. Zero turn. I keep calling it tractor. Putting the zero turn back together. Of course, hopefully he didn't lose any of the bolts, ¿verdad, mijo? ¿Dónde dejaste los tornillos? ¿Dónde están los tornillos? Alright. Hopefully we have all of them. So, alright. The advice that I can give you about starting up a farm is be very well prepared mentally. Alright, mentally you have to prepare yourself, because starting up a farm is a lot of hard work. You got the tornillo? Let me borrow one. It's a lot of hard work and determination. A lot of downtime with equipment, having to put it back together. So don't get upset or frustrated whenever your equipment goes down, because that will drain you mentally, and then you won't have the willpower to keep on going. It took me time to notice that. The first year I wanted to go, build. Wanted to get this farm up and going, but sure enough, I was starting to get burned out, because it seemed like every single time I did one thing right, I did two things wrong. So that's what my advice is for you when you're starting up a farm is, please be patient. Alright, have that willpower to push through bad things. Be prepared, because there will be bad things coming your way. Equipment is going to fail, tools are going to be broken, bolts are going to be lost, you're going to be running around. And don't take it out on your family, don't take it out on your kids of why they lose the bolts. A bolt can easily be replaced. Go to a hardware store. Very inexpensive, very easy to find. I know it takes time and we're limited on it, but we have to be able to push through when you're starting up a farm, because it's not their fault that we're frustrated. Alright, so let's go to get the other side.
Hi.
So let's keep going with this tractor and keep going with this advice. put this back together right, hopefully. Told you it's been about 2 weeks that I took it apart, so hopefully I remember how to put it back together, right? Alright, Mijo, I got my bolts. So, some more advice about starting up your farm, guys. Sometimes spending that extra money in the beginning will save you a lot of time, frustration, and honestly even money in the long run, because at first I wanted to kind of, I guess you could say, be cheap about starting my farm, you know, try to save money here, save money there. And there is times that you can actually refurbish a lot of wood, a lot of buildings. You can actually buy them off the internet, Facebook Market, Craigslist, and then once you buy them, you just kind of reinforce them and put them back together, right? But I'm more talking about like equipment, tools. It's hard to find very well maintained equipment that if you buy it inexpensive, like for example my Branson tractor, I did not want to cheap out on that. I did not want to do that.
Become more smart on
I really looked around when I was getting my tractor. I was really debating about buying a used tractor. I honestly wanted to go for a used skid steer because a brand new one, of course, is highly expensive. So I thought about going with a used skid steer. The problem with that is, personally, I'm not that mechanically inclined where I can just put together like a whole motor, transmission, thing like that. So you got to know your capabilities. You know, I didn't want to buy something used because I knew that at the moment that it gave out on me, I was going to have a high amount of hard time putting it back together, fixing it. If not that, I'd have to take it somewhere, and of course the shop just charges what it's worth, honestly, to fix it. But you know, it's high. It's sometimes too much for what we can afford, especially when you're starting up. So we lost the bolt. So for example, this zero turn, I did buy it used. It only cost me $2,000 on Facebook Market. That's why bolts get lost. But I felt like if something messed up on it, I could fix it. And the majority of the things that went bad the first few months, I did. But now it got to the level where I think it may be a sensor, and things like that are just a little bit outside my capability. So now I'm going to have to take it to the shop, and we're going to see how much they're going to charge me. I'm estimating something between $300, $500. I don't know. We'll have to find out. But yeah, that's my other pair of advice. Know your capabilities, all right? Know what you can do and you can't do. So if you can't really work on things, spend that extra money and buy a good piece of equipment, because in the long run, it will save you frustration. And also, another advice is that timing is everything. I truly wish I would have bought my Branson 2400 tractor the first year we moved here. You don't know how hard it was to actually cut down those trees, moving around by hand. The brush, going in between all those thorns, it was frustrating. It was painful at times, you know, but we didn't have any kind of equipment, and we didn't want to spend $2,000-$3,000 paying somebody to come and clear our land. We wanted to do it ourselves, take pride in it, and of course save a little bit of money. So I wish I would have bought that tractor sooner, and that would have saved me a lot of headaches and a lot of back aches and a lot of being cut by the brush and the thorns. But that's also my piece of advice, guys. If you're gonna start up, go ahead and buy you the right equipment, because later on, like a year later, 2 years later, you're gonna look back and say, like, man, this piece of equipment would have helped me out so much, and you're gonna regret it. So go ahead and buy it if you can. All right, man. I took this one completely apart. Gas taking everything. I was really trying to fix it, alright? I really was trying to fix it. I tried out so many different things, looked up so many YouTube videos, and that's why I think YouTube in general is very valuable. But I just wasn't able to find out what it was, so we are going to have to take it to the shop and let somebody else, a professional, fix it. Yeah? Alright. This back tank back together. Oh yeah. And the last piece of advice that I have for everyone is that you have to be understanding. When you're starting up a farm, you have to be understanding that your friends, your family, they might not be as supportive as you would hope they would be, because you have to remember, this is your dream. That's not their dream. So if you ask for help from your friends and family to come over, help you build the farm, build the shed, put up a fence, they may not be able to help you. And that's okay. You have to understand. Alright? They can't always be there at your disposal. Again, because that's your dream. That's not their dream. They're busy building their dreams and their goals, alright? So when you're building yours, be understanding, alright? Once you actually accomplish things and you have that extra person to come out and help you out, be thankful. And you'll know that in the long run, all that hard work does pay off, because little by little, you start seeing everything come together. Alright, and
See, that's your dream.
that's your dream, amigo?
Yeah.
This is our dream.
This is our dream, that's your dream.
The CG Family Farm is our dream, ¿verdad?
City Family Farm is our dream.
And thank you very much for you guys subscribing to the channel, liking these videos, sharing them on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, wherever you may be seeing them or sharing them. Thank you very much for that. And thank you very much for the family and friends that did come over and help out.
Sharing books.
There you go. Yeah. My parents, big shout out to my parents. They are one of the people that really came out and helped out so much to be in some of these videos. My good friend that let me borrow the lawnmower, Rafa. Thank you very much for helping out with the fence.
Rafa.
Yeah, my cousins, some of my cousins came out and help out. Thank you very much for helping out. But I understand for the people that weren't able to help me out, no problem. I completely understand. This is our dream, and slowly we're making it come true. And at any time, you have an open door to come on by and visit the farm, just like you do out there, guys. Send me messages, send me comments, and if you're in the Georgia area, you never know. I mean, maybe you can stop on by and check it out as well, alright? So, that's about everything that I have for you today, guys. We're going to finish up this mower, load it up on the truck, load up my buddy's mower, and we're going to go deliver them or drop them off. So, till next time, guys, I hope you enjoy the video. I know I didn't give you too much advice on how to start up a farm equipment-wise or tool-wise, but I think what's more important is we have to prepare ourselves mentally when you're starting up a farm, because to me, if you're not mentally ready to take on such a big project like starting in a farm, then regardless of how much equipment, tools, money, whatever you may be putting into it, you're eventually going to get burned out and you're eventually going to give up on it. So I myself had those times, but we are ready to take on this big project. We're not even halfway done with it. A big project, right, amigo?
Yeah.
A lot of big things coming your way, ¿verdad que sí, amigo?
Yeah.
We're going to have ponies and horses and bunnies and I don't know, whatever else you guys recommend out there. So if you found this video helpful, let me know down in the comments. Let me know down in the comments, guys. Let me know if a little bit of inspiration helped you out, and if it does, on Twitter, that's where I really share my inspiration, on Twitter. A lot of motivational quotes and comments on Twitter. Instagram, mainly we share nice pictures of the farm. Facebook as well. We're going to try to start up a Facebook group. Yeah, we're going to start up a Facebook group. That way you guys can actually share your pictures and your videos and everything you do on your family farm, alright? So, till next time, guys, go out there and have fun. Let them know something. Have fun, diles.
Have fun.
Alright, take care, guys.